In this section, I'm going to show you how to add in base map layers into your QGIS project using something we call XYZ tiles. And it's pretty simple to set up. Set it up once, and then you'll have them available to you in your browser panel. And it's a great way to add base layers to your project, so you can put some base data behind your data that you bring in, and it's a good way to go. So what we're going to do, if you can start with any blank project. If you go to plugins, you'll see this Python console, and you hit that, and you're going to get this box showing up down here. Now, this is more coding, advanced stuff, but don't worry about it. We're just going to cut and paste things, so really nothing too crazy here. But I'll walk you through it, and you just do it, and you'll be good. If you ever are a coder and you know Python and you want to do more advanced things, this is where you're going to do it. But I'm assuming that this is we're not coders here. We're just trying to get these base maps to show up. So you've got your Python console here, right? This box down here in the bottom. Let me move myself here, and this is where we're going to do our thing. What we're going to need to do is paste in some code. So in order to do that, we're going to need some code to paste in, and I have it here. It's in your project files, your resources, and this is what you're going to paste in. So it's really not that difficult. I've got some basic instructions up here if you forget, but it's really pretty simple. We're going to go Control A to select all, and then we're going to go Control C to copy. Right, that's copied everything into our clipboard. We can minimize Word, and I go down to this bottom box here where the cursor is flashing. I've got 3 greater than signs lined up. Put your cursor in there, Control V, and that pastes all of that code into this box. All right, pretty simple stuff. Don't worry about what's in there. If you want to, I don't know, while we're here, we can look at it and can show you, what it is places online where base maps live. QGIS can go using this code to the website that's already dialed in here, and it will go to that site, gather that data, stream it into your screen, and put it into your map, and it knows where it is, and it's great. This was put together by Claes Carlson, great QGIS teacher that I recommend. Learned a lot from him, and appreciate his work. He's the one that put all this together to help everyone out, and it's a great resource. So, but that's it's code, really not that complicated. Kind of just tells you where the services live, where they live online, and it goes and gets them and brings them into your project. So anyway, so we've got that pasted in, right? We got to hit this run command, this green triangle. Hit that, and nothing's really happened. That's okay. Actually, stuff has happened. You just can't see it. But then, if you didn't have your browser panel open, we're going to open that next. We can get rid of this Python console, just X out of it, and we're back here. So with a blank screen, right click to your panels or anywhere over here in these gray boxes, and check your browser panel. The browser panel should show up. We could, it should be over here on the left side. If it's not, you can drag it and dock it there like any Windows program. And you will now see this XYZ tiles entry here. And if you expand that down, you'll see all of these different vector tile services, base maps essentially, that you can use to to add into your map. Now, so that it's pretty small scale, it's pretty zoomed out, so understand that. As you zoom in, the map changes, and I have my ruler open here. Let's zoom into Philly here. You can see as we zoom in, the detail increases quite a bit. And if you fluid drone project, and it would show up and line up with the data here, and be able to get some sort of a base map behind it. I mean, if you're zoomed out, we don't have drone data at this scale, right? It's just too broad. But as we zoom in, we may be able to find things that are worthwhile to us. All right, certainly, the Bing Virtual Earth, right? Some good aerial imagery. It is, it might be good for your drone project. Your images from your drone are going to be much better than these, and it's a good way to show that, right? Because everyone thinks that this is amazing data, right? And it is. It covers the whole Earth, but our drone data is so much better than this, right? So the pixels are so much smaller. It's so much more detailed. If you overlay your aerial imagery over this, you can really show your client, like flying the drone, it gets us a lot more detail than we can get from this stuff. So, but everyone's kind of used to looking at this. Now, as a, disclaimer, you should give credit where it's due. If you're using the Bing Virtual Earth data or any of these, you should reference that, tell people, where the data came from, whether, it's on the screen. They have rules as to how they want you to use them, and reference them and give them credit. It's their data. They paid for it. They open it up for us to use, but they want credit, and they deserve it. So, be careful of that. Put a disclaimer in. Tell your viewer where the data came from, wherever you're using. Even legally you should, and it's just it's a professionally a good thing to do. But we have all sorts of different background images, like and like a nice monochrome. You'll kind of get used to these. Sometimes that'll set your data apart, but you have many different options here to play around with, to spice up your maps, add a little base map, contextual background, some sizzle to your map. So that's good. So pretty easy to do, pretty easy to set up. Once it's set up, it'll save itself there. But if you ever have to do it again, just follow these steps again. That Word file is included, so you have everything you need to paste, and you're good to go. Let's get some base maps in there.